we will continue the further classification of social groups. So, according to type of membership, voluntary group and involuntary group. In voluntary types of group, the membership of the group is voluntary and there is no compulsion to participate in that group or any activity of the group. In non-voluntary group, it is compulsory for the individual to take participation in the group activities and there is no choice to the member. If we see, according to example, voluntary groups are such groups in which you don't have any compulsion. If you choose, you can enter into a group. If you want to leave, you can leave the group. For example, friendship group. We can become friends with a group and then we can leave that. Play group, gossip group, or youth clubs, reader groups in libraries. These are all voluntary kinds of groups. But there are certain groups which do not have any choice and are given to us by our birth. For example, family, we are born in a family, we do not have any choice in that. Then our neighborhood, we are part of neighborhood, right? So if there is any collective activity that they are going to do, then we have to participate in that. Along with that, the community that we live in, we are Indian, all of that, right? We are Indian at national level. So as a national group, we are Indian. But if we see at state level, we are Maharashtrian. If we say at religious level, we are Buddhism, or if you can say Hindu, Muslim, and different kinds of also with that caste group. So if you are born to a family and that family belongs to a caste, then you are belonging to that caste. So there is no voluntary. There is compulsion that you belong to that caste, you belong to that religion, you belong to that country, you belong to that state, you belong to that district. Then according to duration, there are two types of group. First is permanent group and second is temporary group. Permanent group lasts over a long time, or we can say it lasts for lifetime. There are formalities and defined role to play, and the members are tied together by formalities and they are tied together. They cannot leave that permanent group. For example, family or any government department. If you have cracked any exam and entered the government department, you will live there, you will work there for a long amount of time. Family, you are born in the family and you will be connected to that family and will be obliged to live with them, work for them for a long amount of time. That is why it is called as permanent group. And if you see example of temporary group, you can see crowd, audience or mob. This is for short duration only and it is collection of physical bodies in causal way on street or any kind of station. So it is for short duration and permanent group is for long duration. Now there are different kinds of crowd you can see. The first one is crowd, a large number of people who have gathered together usually in one place. And crowd is nameless and it has no leadership. So it is gathering of people, large number of people together. There is no leadership and it is mostly temporarily and person on spot becomes a member of it automatically. For example, if you see a crowd gathered to watch Ganesh Utsav can be called a crowd. Now, let's see what is public. Public we can see in general. We can say people in general. Like crowd, people are present on a place that is called a crowd. But public, when we use the word public policy, you can see that this means that policy is made for entire public, a population at large, and it is formal and general, not necessarily that they are physically together. Policy can be made for the entire state of Maharashtra or entire nation of India. So we can use for the people or population of that India or Maharashtra, we can use as public. Then audience, a group of people who are assembled to watch or listen or experience a performance or lecture together. After the performance is over, they will leave. So audience is the example of audience is audience watching a cricket match or audience watching a stand-up comedy play in front of them. So the people who have gathered together to watch the same thing is called as audience. Mob. So mob is a crowd. A mob is a type of crowd in a positive action and is motivated by certain anger or other emotional aspect. It usually has the leader, and the members of the mob have symbols or slogan to express their emotions. For example, you can see the agri mob of farmers at Punjab in the year 2019 and 20 during the lockdown and before the lockdown for repealing the three acts which were passed in the parliament by government of India, which were related to minimum support price and different kinds of things. So that people, farmers were angry, were because they did not want the act to pass. So that the mob of people who have gathered and has emotional aspect to it and has leaders so that they can have certain positive action done to them. Then you can see herd. Herd is a crowd. Herd is a type of crowd which has leader and have strong emotional motivation, and the herd obeys whatever the leader says without question or without any understanding. What leader says, we will do that. Now, based on social class, groups are of two types: horizontal group and vertical group. Horizontal group is the member of group are alike or similar in status, position of class in society. Like if you see in India, horizontal groups are caste groups. Like they have divided into hierarchy, like into four varnas or caste. Like there are Brahmins in above. In after that, you can see there are Kshatriyas, then there are Vaishyas, and there are Shudras. Like that. So you belong to that. If you are into Shudra category, then that is your horizontal group. That is your status. If you are in Brahmin category, that is your status. That is your position, class in group. Like farmer. So all of the people like occupations, like one group is a farmer, then there is carpenter, then there is different kind of group. So these are horizontal group where each member has similar status. If you see in vertical group, there are social stratas or social status, and these are in vertical form. And if you cut them vertically, you can see horizontal groupings in society. For example, certain race or certain nation or certain political parties. For example, you can say vertical groups are like groups that are composed of members from different status. For example, different caste group peoples have same economic income. So there are three economic categories which are rich, middle class and poor. If different kinds of people belong to middle class, then this is vertical kind of group. See, now classification based on personal feeling and belongingness. In group or out group. The group in which we feel that we belong to that group is called as in group. Like example, my family, my class, my church. But out group means the person does not feel that they belong to that group. So example is their family, their class, and their church. Just difference is in group means we feel that we belong. Out group means we do not feel. That is the difference. Then based on size, small group and large group. The group which has members less than 30 is called as small group and is based on close relationship and direct relationship, face-to-face contact, intimacy. Large group, we cannot see that. The number of members are more. For example, in large group, we can see political parties, labor unions, universities, army. Along with that, you can see crowds, audience. These are large group. Small group is family group, play group, which has intimacy and contact between them, connection between them. And then, according to terrestrial limitations, you can see natural terrestrial group. So, based on natural geographical conditions, whatever the groups are formed, they are called natural terrestrial groups. For example, region. If you example, you can take like a continent. Continent is formed by or on in continent forest, lakes, terrestrial system, different kinds of groups are there. Volcanoes, these are natural terrestrial groups. Artificial groups are which have made artificially and divided by the people itself. For example, village, taluka districts are the group that are made by people artificially. Non-terrestrial groups are the group natural or artificial terrestrial limits do not apply here. There is no natural or artificial terrestrial limits. So, United Nations, WHO, World Health Organization, Food and Agriculture Organization, Red Cross, they work together for the development of whole nations that are part of that group. So that is non-terrestrial group. Now classification based on type and quality of relationship. So first is, this is similar to the concept of primary and secondary group. First is Gemini Shaft group. Society in which most relationships are relational or personal or both. If the relationship between the group is more relational and personal or both, then it is called as Gemini Shaft group. For example, Zamindar system in India, if you see, if the landlords want to give loans to the people who want the loan, then there is no formal agreement between them. They trust each other, they know each other, that's why they give loan. In Jishal Shaft group, if you see, there is no paternal attachment nor any traditional rights, obligations, or duties or exist. But the relationship is based on bargaining and clearly defined agreement. Like corporates, they will do agreements based in business. So that is Jishal Shaft. Now, locality group. The classification considers locality as one bond for holding groups together. The house that you live and the group of houses that lives together is called as locality. The nagar that you live in, like Gandhi Nagar, Gandhi Road, Ambedkar Nagar, Ambedkar Road, like that group, that is locality group. The houses or the locality that you live in is called as your locality group. For example, communities, village, towns, or neighborhoods that you live in. Then reference group, the group that you used for evaluating yourself or your own group or your own behavior group, that is called as reference group, which is used as evaluating themselves. Example, primary group, horizontal group, formal groups of doctors association. Now factors in formation of groups. What are the factors that affect the formation of group? Psychological needs. If the psychological needs are being met by the members of the group or it is one of the goal of the group, then it will influence the formation of group. Then social and cultural similarities, if it is present there between people, then it will lead to formation of group. And also in achieving the goal of group, if there are common goals and objective, then the group will form. Along with that, if there is effective leadership, then it will encourage the people to join the group and form the group. If there is no leadership, nobody will want to join the group because everybody will be putting their ideas and nobody will be there to make the decision. Along with that geographical proximity, if people are living together, it will give them, it will support the group development. If communication is there, it will play a key role in forming the group. If cultural and social norm as shapes group behavior, so if cultural and social norms are similar, the group will prosper. Even if you can see, if cultures are different, people will come together to understand each other culture. So that is why it is also helping formation of group. Resource sharing. If people are sharing their resources, the group bonds will improve. If people of the group are getting economic benefits, it will lead to formation of group. Then environmental benefits, environmental conditions. Also, if the environment is good, the physical facilities are good, then it will help in formation of the group. Now, what is motivation in group formation? See, if there is people become members of the group by choice, right? So if the choice will be made by people, then there should be certain things that will derive the motivation in the individual. So if you see interest in group, people are personally interested in group and the objectives of the group, then the group can be formed. Then if their friends are in that group, they will be more obliged, more motivated to join the group. If there are friendly relationships and atmosphere in the members of the group, then they will be more, they will be more motivated to join the group. Then common culture. If there is common culture between people, they will be more motivated to join the group. But you can also see that if there is different cultures and they want to learn each other's culture, they will form the group. Now, what is the role of social groups in agriculture extension? What is the see? Facilitates dissemination of information. See, if there are social groups and we understand the groups which are there in village, by understanding their values of the groups and their personalities of people in the groups, the farmers in the groups, and leadership qualities of the people, it will be helpful for us to reach large number of farmers in less amount of time. Along with that, in farmers groups, we can teach people, we can give group discussions or meetings or field demonstrations in group so that the farmers adopt the technology or at least know the knowledge about the technology. Along with that, it will help and encourage the adoption of technology by the farmers. As group members are using it, other group members will be all motivated to use it. If a group members if in a group a leader is motivated, if a leader adopts the technology, the other members of group seeing that also adopt the technology. Along with that, it will help in group will help in supporting research mobilization. For example, if you see agricultural drones, so not single farmer can purchase that, right? But as a group, if you purchase that and if you give that on rent for other farmers groups as well, so it will help people to adopt technology as well. Also, improve communication between farmers and extension agencies as a group. As the group is formed based on common needs, so we'll understand the needs of that group, and that we can provide that whatever the extension work is to be done with them. Along with that, it will also promote leadership development so that we can identify local leaders and guide and motivate those leaders who can guide their social groups. Along with that, we can facilitate sustainable development through groups. We can adopt eco-friendly and sustainable practices like natural farming, organic farming we can use, and that encourage self-resilience and empowerment as well. We can solve our own problem, we can identify our problem, we will improve as an individual as a whole. So for today, I think this was enough. In next lecture, we will see other part of agriculture extension. So it was great talking to you today. Best wishes. Thank you. We'll take this.